Hey guys, DXUN here on the PTS, and we're going to be talking about Strongholds, which are a new add to the SWTOR PTS, and it will be going live in August at some point. And here I unlocked already the Strongholds, but it's really, again, really easy. Click travel to travel right to your Stronghold. And I'm going to Drum and Cast because that's my favorite so far. What I think it's a really good. I really like it. I like it more than I think it gets a lot of comparison to WildStar lately, and I like it more than WildStar. To me, that looks amazing. It's really easy to tweak around. Not to You don't have free range completely on the items, and I know some people really wanted that, but I couldn't care less about that whatsoever. I just wanted to have something that I can make look good very easily, and that still gave me a little bit of tweaking. Obviously here I put everything all over the place. There's no common sense to any of this right here, but like I just liked how easy it was, right? You go edit mode, anybody can do this. It takes 2 seconds, right? You click on a hook, and then you select what you want to put on there, or if you want to take it out or whatever. It's just super simple. If you don't like the hooks that you're given, you can change the hook template around and get another layout. I mean, it's super simple, super easy. Obviously here it's my mount room where all my mounts are, but like let's say I have this mount right here. Is it this one? This decoration. Like see I have my layout here. I can actually change the layout. I want this one instead. Bam. Or no, I want that one really. So there you go. Now I can go to decorations. I can either show all the ones that I've unlocked. I can show the ones that I have available, or I can show all of them. So seems like it's not working properly though. It's on the PTS still, so that could be an issue. There you go. So there's one thing. I can pick it up. Boop, done. It's out, and then I can put it back, or I can select another thing I want to put instead. There's so much variety. Also, you can always tweak it. That if you let's say you think it's too high, you want to get it lower. Boop, you can put it a little bit lower. There you go. If you want to make it look like there's an earthquake that happened, you can make it can tilt it a little bit. I mean, there's all kinds of things you can still do to make it custom to what you want. So to that standpoint, it works really well. Again, it's not free range, but it's definitely not too bad. You can also put your companions on there. Like I put HK here, and if I actually pull HK out as my companion, he would become an hollow of it, like Torian right here, I think. Yeah, that's Torian right here, but because I have Torian out, I have an hollow of him instead. The funny thing is he doesn't even wear the same thing. So that is kind of odd. Partly also if somebody from another faction, if a pub guy came in here, he could actually kill the hologram. I don't know if it's meant to be that way, but it can happen. So yeah, overall, really good job. You got all kinds of customization. You can also buy staff, I should say, or guards, or dancers, or bartenders. You can really put a lot of thoughts and energy into this, and it'll look really good. So decoration merchant, I can hide all the hooks, and you can harvest as well. Like if I can't harvest, that's because I don't have the right. See, this is like a bonded Jetsam sample. I could actually harvest it, and then I can only harvest every 4 hours. That's the only downfall of the whole thing. See, I'm harvesting it now. So you can get like the ones that you absolutely want, and that's pretty neat. But again, I think the cooldowns may be a little long. We'll see if I haven't checked yet if, like, let's say you have 4 characters, if you actually can do it on all 4 of them. Because if the cooldown is account wide, then it's going to be pretty useless. And yeah, the legacy storage. That's a big point right here. Legacy storage. I'm happy that I was really happy they brought it up. The first tab is free when you get your legacy. It's the other tabs that cost a lot, and they go 5 mil, 10 mil, 15 mil, and 20 mil. So it ends up costing you 50 million credits to unlock all your legacy storage, and I think that's just too much. There was no and it kind of feels like there's like an intent on BioWare's part to really make us pay real cash for it, which again I really dislike. The way they did the Starship, which is coming later on, is costs you 50 mil just to get the Starship, and then it goes up to about 120 or 130 millions to unlock the ship fully with everything. But that doesn't bother me because there's no cartel coin option, and it's just like, hey, as a guild, you gotta get together, you gotta get some credits going, and you gotta get then it's gonna unlock things slowly but surely on everything. But this is different. This is a personal thing, and then you gotta think you got the strongholds to unlock, which the first room are cheap, and I think that's great because they said it was going to be accessible for a level 10, level 15, sorry, character, and it is. A level 15 character can literally buy their stronghold right off as soon as he gets into Drummond costs. So that part is cool. That works great. I'm happy with that. But now you gotta think, if you unlock if you're 55 and you unlock all your strongholds and everything, that's about 10 million, between 8 to 10, right? So that's a lot of money. Plus, you gotta help out your guild with your starship, which again, it goes up to 130 mil. So it's a lot of money that the guild needs to get together. So if you want to be an active member of that, not be the guy that basically gets everything given to him without even having to do anything, probably won't be really welcome in your guild to see you react that way. But anyways, so it's a lot of money invested in something, and I just think the legacy, they shouldn't have done what they've done, which is they steadily increase the amount of money per bay tab, but the cartel coin aspect does not change. It stays at like 2.2 or 2.3 mil for each apparently. So I just don't see why they're doing it that way. 2.5, there you go, for account wide, or 5 mil. I just think it looks dishonest. It looks like they're just trying to make like cash straight up, because at that point they're gonna have you like completely emptied out with all the other things I just mentioned. Plus, I didn't even talk about decorations, because the mats that it's gonna require to build all these decorations is insanity. Everything is gonna go to the roof. Every material, that even those that are not really popular, are gonna become super popular in here, and it's going to be basically sold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 times the price that it's normally selling, because now you need them to craft the decoration, to craft those components, sorry, to actually get the decorations. So kind of a little bit disappointed. I'll show also the crafting while we're on here, and this is my Bionator, who's an armor mech, and I'm gonna show that they have war supplies, and what you want to do is craft invasion force with those supplies. So you need to make one of those one of each of those 5 war supplies to make an invasion force. So as far as an armor mech, the armor mech can make the starship weapons and the armored vehicles, and you can actually, as you can see, there's like 3 of each, because there's 3 different recipes that you can use to make the same thing. And that's why I'm saying resources are going to go to the roof, because just about every single resource that's green is going to be like insanely popular now all of a sudden. Like Durasteel, Electrum, and Mithra is one recipe for the armored vehicles. Then you go here, oh, now it's Phobium, Bronzium, and Chanlin, you know. And then here, oh, now it's Neutronium, Dietium, and Bondite. and then you're gonna make a ton of these invasion forces. And once you made them, and then you can make the dark project, which is gonna get you some really cool stuff as well. But now, as you can see, it shows you all these older level 50 rating mats, like the Rakata Energy Node, the Biometric Crystal Alloy, the Alien Data Cube, and the Kinetic Energy Matrix. And all those you gotta go back and get, and some of them it takes quite a bit. Like Alien Cubes takes like 6 per. So it's going to be a really pain in the ass, for lack of a better term, to get those made. Also, you have another system, which is the Mark III system, which contains 4 different types of Mark III. There's the Fabricator Crystal, Fabricator Design, Industrial Prefab, and then not Universal Prefab, but Synthetic Prefab. And once you get all 4 of those made, then you can make the Universal Prefab Mark III. And all these are used to get, again, more items that you can craft. So it's, again, if you look at this, you're gonna need all these mats in this case, all the cloths that I haven't used, I guess. And now I'm gonna basically have something for it. So it's funny because they bring Legacy Bank, and then it's basically for materials, but those materials, if you use any of if you're going to make any decorations whatsoever, you're going to use all those mats. It's going to be gone out the window in like a few minutes. I think it's going to be good for the game as well, for sure, that way, because it's going to create a resource sink where everything's going to go off the shelves, and you're finally going to have a little bit of room, because it literally utilizes, I think, every single resource in the game. Like, we're talking like these things which are like red indigenous crystals. That's like the beginner stuff, right? And then you got the Mark IIs, and it goes up, right? There's 3 versions of everything. So you're gonna basically spend all those and start making those kits so you can actually buy the decorations, which can be all over the place. It depends. There's so many. The rep vendors have some. There's some at the car in the fleet. There's actually an area in the fleet that has that specifically covered. So, and again, it's just going to keep adding it. They're just going to keep piling it on. There's also some that you get from bosses and flashpoints and operations. The only thing I'm so far kind of a little bit sad about is they didn't really do anything with achievements. I thought they were going to go a little further than just like boss kills achievements. But it seems so far that it's going to be just that, and I was hoping that they would like really put something like, hey, like, if you killed like 5,000 on Ilum, here's a decoration or something. Give something like to the guys that actually take the time to actually go through the hardest achievements in the game, which are not the ones where you go into story mode and kill a boss blindfolded basically, but are more like the ones where you have to kill 5,000 of this or 3,000 of that, and then there's like 5 or 6 spawns and you're just like killing them like very slowly. It's a test of strength. I mean, it takes a lot of freaking time to do these achievements in some of them anyways. The one that comes to mind is the Bormuzia, the 500 Bormuzia you have to kill in Balmora. It takes a freaking like a ton of time, and it would have been nice, like, hey, you get a Bormu head, like you can put like on your stronghold somewhere. But again, we don't know. Maybe that's in the card somewhere, or maybe it's not. I don't know. But that, to me, if it's not, it's a really big miss for them, because I mean, I can only have so many, and it's not just that. Also, like the pictures. Who's gonna want to put these pictures in their stronghold? I mean, it just looks hideous. Oh yeah, I got a picture of the boss I killed. Pfft, really? It doesn't really do anything for me. They look cool, don't get me wrong, but it's not something I would put in the stronghold especially if you're trying to design something like really cool. Oh, this is going to be my bounty hunter house on Nar Shaddaa. Well, I'm going to make it look like what a bounty hunter house would look like. They'd be trophies, but those are not trophies to me. They look more, they look cool, but they don't look like trophies. Trophies would have been like, oh yeah, I got the head of like this fucking creature, or like, physical items, not just a nice little picture in a frame. So yeah, So that is it for Stronghold again. Very good idea. The price is right for it, except for the legacy storage. And what else? Yeah, can't wait to get started on really decorating, not just putting items just to increase my prestige. Again, see you later, guys.